Whether you're dating, single, or married, everybody could use good date ideas. Today's your lucky day. I'm going to teach you how to make exquisite caramel apples. I work at a local chocolate shop here in town called Florence's, and one of my weekly responsibilities is to make caramel apples. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, so you could say I'm basically pro on the subject. And you're all the first to know I am officially a hand model for Florence's. That's me guys. Okay, to make these apples you only need 3 basic ingredients, just 3. Okay, so the first ingredient, let me grab my bowl, sorry. The first ingredient you need is apples, of course. I use Granny Smith apples that are green. I use green ones because the sour flavor kind of complements the sweet flavor of the chocolate and the caramel. So, got your apple. Next is your caramel. I use caramel that's made fresh at Florence's. It's really good. But basically any caramel could work. You can use those little packaged square caramels that you can buy at the grocery store as well. The third ingredient is chocolate, of course. I use Peter's chocolate. It's what we use at Florence's. And it's honestly the best chocolate I have ever tried. You will never want to eat Hershey's chocolate again. It's so good, guys. So, chocolate, good ingredient. Toppings are optional. So these are the 3 basic ingredients, but you can add toppings if you would like to. Next, you'll need your supplies. There's 5 supplies or tools that you'll need to make these. The first supply is rubber spatulas. You'll need 2 rubber spatulas. The second one is plastic bowls. Something like this will work just fine as long as it's microwave safe. The third supply is parchment paper, and then the fourth one is skewers, the sticks that you put inside the apples. And the last supply or tool is my favorite one of all. It's become a very dear friend to me here at college. The microwave. Yes, my friends, you can use the microwave to make apples. No need to go through the hassle of using the stove to boil your caramel. A lot of people go wrong here where they get the caramel too hot, and actually Leaf TV suggests that you use a microwave because this way you can control the heat of your caramel for the apples. So the first step to making your apples is to take off the stems on the apple. So just twist it off. If it has a sticker, take it off, of course. And then stick your skewer in, down the center of the apple. Then you heat up your caramel. So this is where you get to use the microwave. Just stick that caramel in the plastic bowl, put it in the microwave, start with 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, it should start to bubble just a little bit. Then you'll take your rubber spatula, stir it until the bubbles are gone, put it back in the microwave, and heat it until it's completely bubbling. At this point, stir it completely until all of the bubbles are gone, and it's ready for your apples to dip. Once you dip your apple in the caramel, cover it completely, and cover even just 1/2 inch of the stick. You can kind of see on the photo right there. If you cover that 1/2 inch, it makes it so the apple gets sealed over and the apple will stay fresher for longer. After this, shake off your excess caramel and put it on top of parchment paper. You'll notice after a few minutes it'll start to pool a little bit. This is normal, there's not really a way to avoid it. So your caramel will start to pool at the bottom. That's okay. Now you want to let your apples sit and dry for a little while, but that's okay because now we can go to my favorite part, which is dipping it in the chocolate. Now, a lot of you may have heard that chocolate can make you happy. I'm here to tell you this is absolutely true. And Amano Artisan Chocolate agrees with me. They explain that there's chemicals within the chocolate that create neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which boosts your happiness levels. So yes, it's true. Chocolate will make you happy. But wait, there's more. The New England Journal of Medicine also says that chocolate helps your cognitive abilities, aka chocolate makes you smart. So, chocolate can make you happy and chocolate can make you smart. So now, to get to heating up the chocolate, it's basically the same process as the caramel, but you want to heat it up for less time. Chocolate can burn easily, So start with 30 seconds to a minute and stir after each 30-second increment. Keep stirring and melting until all of the lumps are gone and you have a smooth consistency. At this point, your apples should be ready to dip, and you can check for sure if the apple comes clean off the parchment paper. If it's still sticking to it, you need to wait a little bit longer. You'll have that pool at the bottom of your apple, but no worries. Just take your fingers like this, pinch off the bottom of the caramel, and just smooth over the bottom of that apple. It should be perfect and good to go dip in the chocolate. So dip it in the chocolate just the way that you would the caramel, completely coating the apple, and shake off any excess chocolate. Put it on top of the parchment paper, and as you keep your eye on the apples, it'll start to pool as well, just like the caramel did. But at this point, you'll just slide the apple to the side, getting rid of that excess pool, and keep doing that until the pooling stops. If you don't like toppings on top of your apples, like me, I just like caramel and chocolate, that's fine, you can stop here. But if you'd really like to impress your date or significant other, then you can supply toppings. Toppings are super fun because you can use anything from candy to nuts, coconut, cereal, basically anything that sounds good to you that's not too heavy for the apple. The hardest part for most people when it comes to making apples is seeing the right time to put the toppings on, because if you wait too long, then the toppings won't stick to it. But if you go too soon, the toppings tend to slide off. The best time through my 2 years of experience is to wait until the shine on the apple of the chocolate is almost gone. It's just very faint, but you can tell it's still just a little bit wet. That's the prime time to put your toppings on. If you really want to get fancy, then you can do white chocolate striping on top of this. This is super simple. I do it at Florence's. You use white dipping chocolate, put it in a Ziploc bag, melt it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, and then snip off the tiniest piece of corner on the Ziploc bag. That makes the striping bag just perfect. So if you're out there looking for a date idea with someone in your class, your significant other, this is a great way to do it. Or if you're lazy and you still just want a caramel apple, I make some pretty good ones at Florence's, but now so can you.